All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Henry, and today we're going to be going over a SPY QQQ Bitcoin and VIX update. Earlier, I made a video on the VIX and US oil, and yeah, I mean, US oil, guys, you're getting better pricing now than you would have gotten if you bought right after you saw that video. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that this is a breakout. All right, like, yes, you didn't close above it on this day, but as long as this day doesn't come back in, yeah, you got yourself a breakout. Your oscillators are looking bullish. At the same time, VIX is looking bullish. And I'm not going to say this oscillator, but this actually goes aligned with our big picture with SPY and QQQ. Like I have constantly been saying on this channel, everything is connected. The VIX is directly connected to SPY, okay? Directly connected to the S&P 500. So this 100% has to be a part of our big picture every single video, all right? And when you have VIX doing this, okay, your stochastic, yes, your CCI is going down. I'm not going to say this is bullish. I'm going to say you are in the oversold territory, so I'm looking for a bounce. And you are on the trend line, and I actually did already start taking my position in CVIX, and I do think we might have one more green day on indices. Excuse me. Might have one more green day on indices, which means VIX would be coming down and have one more red day before popping off. Excuse me again. But yeah, I did start getting in because you did start bouncing. Excuse me again. Holy crap, these hiccups came out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. You did start bouncing on the bottom of this falling wedge here, and I did draw this on the hour chart, so it is more exact than if we were to do it on the daily. And we did it on the earlier video. I said that this could be mistaken as a just a descending channel, just because I drew it just like, I think it was this, and I was like, well, it's not really like coming in closer, like it just doesn't look like a defined wedge. But when you take out these wicks and you connect it to that wick, and you take out these wicks and these wicks, and you just do the bodies, then yeah, you have a clear as day. You have a falling wedge here, okay? And we actually did put a price target on that last video, all right, which is $30, and then the other price target is the top of it, and we can quickly just run back over that. We'll just quickly do that. See the figure to the right for upward breakouts. The highest peak in the pattern A is the price target. Alternatively, compute the height from the highest peak A to the lowest valley B, and then multiply it by the above percentage mean price target. The above percentage mean price target is 62% for an upward breakout. Okay, so if we take, we'll start it right here at the candle close right there, and we'll say it comes down right here. All right, so we have 1306. We will bring up the calculator. All right, calculator, 1306 times 0.62, 8. We'll round down to $8 because we like being conservative on this channel. That means, hey, we're not shooting for the stars here. No, we're using logic, okay? If you always want to be conservative. Let's say it breaks out. Let's not even say it breaks out from here. Let's do our measurement from all the way over here. Let's say VIX hits this trend line, consolidates for like a week. All right, like, I don't think that's going to happen by any means, but like I said, conservative. All right, that's what we're trying to do on this channel. All right, so the price target is $8, okay? Or not $8. The price target is around 29, but I rounded up to 30 strictly because we did make this conservative price target. We did it from down here, and if you are doing it from where it's likely going to break out, it's likely going to be either this day, it's going to be this day, or this day. So let's say we did it from this day. Now that $8 is looking more like you're coming up to $31, but now you see why we did 30. Now, also, just a note, moving forward on this channel, okay? I will be, first of all, I mean, I'm going to keep putting up price targets, okay? I think that's a very solid thing that we've been doing with our trading over the last, like, whenever we started making videos again, all right? And that's something I want to keep up, because if you're not using price targets and you don't know when you're selling, okay, you're gambling. Okay, that is literally what it is. You are gambling. If you don't know where your entry and exit are, yeah, you're gambling. That's literally what it is. All right, so like, this is a price target, and by the time VIX hits $30, the contracts that we were buying, well, I bought for about 200 earlier, right here, those will be 500 schmeckles, okay? And if that's right there, 150. But if you're really going $5 in the money, it's looking more like this. You're looking more like 800. There's your 300+% gain right there. There's your 4x, 4 to 5x right there. That's what those contracts would be doing. All right, but let's say it takes 2 weeks, okay? It takes 2 weeks. and now you're $5 in the money, and now it's 750. You still got a 3 to 4x on that, and they're with, in my opinion, relatively safe contracts. Like, look how far VIX is stagnated. As you see, like, every time it stagnates like this, it starts popping off. All right, and it pops off pretty violently. It's not a slow mover. It's like, yo, you'll go up 40% in a few trading sessions. That's what I think is going to be happening. That's what, I mean, everything is really pointing towards the VIX popping off, and you got this falling wedge. All right, I said earlier that I don't know if I'd call that an exact falling wedge here, but I mean, hey, now that we adjusted this top line, yeah, I would say this is pretty clear as day falling wedge. You got all your touch points. We have a target on the board. All right, and at the same time, can we nah, there's no rising wedge. That would be absolutely perfect if we saw a rising wedge on SPY or QQQ, which, yeah, no, you don't have the rising wedge anywhere here. There's not really anything you could draw there. That would be picture perfect out. I would be like, holy shit, my mind would be blown yet again. But the reason I say that you might be moving higher on Monday, okay, and then start reversing is because, I mean, there's nothing really bearish about this candle. The only thing I could say that that is bearish is the fact that VIX looks ready to explode. Okay, it looks like it's going to bounce off this longer term trend line. It's going to bounce off that, break out of this, and it's probably going to start making its way back up here into the 30s. It's probably going to happen pretty quick. Like, this was 3 trading days that you went and had a 46% move. That's absolutely absurd. Like, if you have 3 trading days where it does that, like, you're coming way up. All I'm saying is we're going to be way in the green. Okay, way in the green. But yeah, like, the only thing bearish about today that happened with SPY and QQ is the fact that VIX is just steadily, it's about to touch this downtrend. It was steadily moving down. And at the same time, Bitcoin is not looking like how the indices are not looking. All right. And when we were over here, I don't know if you guys recall, okay, but go back to the videos. It's going to be tough on my channel to go back on the videos because each one of them is titled the exact same, and they just have the, like, you know, the pictures. But that's what I realized the people wanted. Okay, you guys wanted that. That's what we're doing. That's what's going to keep growing the channel. So I'm sorry, guys, but that's how we're sticking with it. All right. But also, I think it's very cool that my channel is like that, because it's like literally a one-stop shop for indexes. Okay, if you want to learn how to trade the indices, or just want to know where the index is going, come on my channel, guys. All right. But the same reason I said over here that we're likely going to start moving down on indices is the same reason I'm going to say here. Okay, and we're going to just go over here. We'll just pull up SPY. Okay, you have Bitcoin right here. And as you see right here, I said, okay, Bitcoin is not doing what the indices are doing. I think I related it to the NASDAQ, because that is what it is pretty much directly correlated. Yeah, right here, I said Bitcoin is not doing what the indices are doing. This could be a sign, okay? This could be like a hidden form of divergence, since, I mean, QQQ and Bitcoin, which QQ is the NASDAQ, so NASDAQ and Bitcoin, they both go together pretty exactly. Okay, this is like pretty exact price action we got going on. All right, so yeah, if Bitcoin is cooling down, it's likely that this starts cooling down. And at the same time Bitcoin's cooling down, with oscillators, stochastics about to start crossing down. All right, RSI is completely rolling over, CCI is completely rolling over. But here's what I want to point out, and here's why I said the indices might have one more green day. Okay, and it's because the CCI is not rolling over. All right, like, there's no denying that. Okay, there's no denying that this thing just looks like it's probably going to keep going. All right, but RSI is getting back over here, guys. We really can. We could have a really fucking big dump. A really big dump. Your RSI hasn't gotten up here since we started falling. All right, like, there's really no denying it. Your RSI literally has not gotten to these levels since we started this, guys. We're getting rich. Okay, we're getting rich. I gotta stop saying that, but I'm serious, guys. Like, this is how I'm thinking. Okay, this is how I'm constantly thinking. I'm seeing these future opportunities, and I'm like, dude, holy shit, that's another, like, that's more racks, and then there's more racks. Guys, we're getting rich. Okay, we're getting rich, and then by the time we're out this market, then, guys, we get wealthy. Okay, because that is the point when we can find the good deals and we just ride them up for a straight, like, 3 to 6 months. We just ride them up. We ride up the Teslas. All right, we make 100K in this bear market. We ride up the Teslas for those nice 100, 200, 300% gains. We ride the charge points. Which actually, that's a debatable company at this point. I don't know about the charge points. All right, but like, you know what I'm getting at, okay? We get rich in this market, we get wealthy out the next, okay? And if the RSI is over here, we really, like, we can, guys, we can see big downside, okay? Big downside. But I am also under the impression that we are going to be ripping. But at the same time, I want to point this out. What if this CCI, I pointed out the oscillators on the weekly chart, I think about 2 weeks ago no, it wasn't 2 weeks ago. Actually, it was all the way down here. This is actually when I started. I pointed out there was divergence on the weekly time frame. And it was literally this. It was literally that while you were going down here. So this has been something that's been on our radar for quite some time. The weekly chart. Okay, that's why we started the weekly analysis. All right. But these oscillators are coming up faster than I expected. Okay, I told you guys it made sense that we started dumping, which was this candle was supposed to be a really big red candle. It was not a really big red candle. It was a really big green one. So I'm not going to say like this was not going according to plan. Okay, because of my trade management, I didn't get demolished. Okay, but I'm going to solely devote that to the skill set I have built up as a trader. Okay, not as my technical analysis, but as a trader. This is the only reason I wasn't reamed on this one. All right. So that's why in the other few days ago, I think it was yesterday's video, I told you guys I apologize. I send my condolences to anybody's positions, anybody's accounts who just held short there. But that is also why I preach trade management every single video for multiple minutes. I preach how to have proper trade management. So, I mean, there really is no denying that I'm giving you guys all the tools that are actually needed to be successful, as in like your TA skills, your trading skills. I'm just trying to be the one-stop shop here, okay? But yeah, let's get into the actual analysis here, or let's continue. We were already going on with it, but I sidetracked there about trade management. Like I said, like this speaks clearly to me. I've lost so much money in this market, and the only thing that has allowed me to stop losing money over the past like few months is because trade management. All right, so I'm gonna preach it every single video. Trade management. There is really a chance, okay? There is a chance that SPY ends up coming back down and we don't see this absolute massive rip. There's a chance that this is not the bottom and we see a massive another leg down, all right? And maybe we come down here and we got to turn it on right here. Okay, maybe you come down and you touch the 200 MA. All right, except it's on the weekly chart. Let's see, where's ours on the NASDAQ? QQQ, you're down here. Okay, like this makes sense to me, okay? And it's strictly because of this. All right, look at these oscillators. The weekly oscillators, they're rising really fast. You're stochastic. You have one more good week, and you're all the way up. You're literally back up here at the overbought territory. Okay, and your RSI is right here as this is reaching overbought, and this is reaching right where it did over there, just like the RSI. Like, guys, this could be setting up for a nice big old dump next week. I'm serious, like a dump where you just get something like this, where you finally have this weekly, these weekly oscillators coming out. And maybe this divergence did signal something. Maybe it was just this move. Maybe it's not signaling an absolute massive rip. Maybe it's not, okay? And I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm saying that this is something that is now on the table, okay? As things change, the thesis changes, okay? Like our interpretations change. Everything changes as these change, as the new candlesticks form. It's always going to change. All right, so this is something to like just know that this could be taking place. Like, we really don't have to come down, have one more dump, and then see the biggest rip of all time. All right, not of all time, but of this bear market. Who says this wasn't the rip of the bear market? That is what I'm pointing out. There's nobody who can tell you that this isn't the big ass bear trap rally that I was speaking about down here. And the only reason I was calling, and I'm still like, I mean, this could be it. I'm not saying this isn't it. I told you guys it's possible that we really go pretty far. All right, I told you guys that it was like that way back then. I said it was highly unlikely, but I said it's even not probable. It's even on the table that we come back and we get into the zone. I didn't know it would take this long. But like it literally happened. All right. So this is something that's now on the table. All right. Maybe the big ass bull trap rally that I have been predicting. All right. Maybe this is it. Like, this is an absolute massive move There's no denying it. That's $40 on there. There's 46 on here. All right, like it's a big ass move. All right, and like you have Bitcoin forming another bear flag. It's already formed two bear flags, one massive one here, and broke down from that. You're likely going to be heading down. And I mean, just like what I was saying with these oscillators, how they're coming up, Bitcoin's not doing that. So Bitcoin still is aligned to have that one more dump, and then you have a massive rip. And guys, even if the market doesn't do this with Bitcoin, you know what we're going to do? We're going to still play the absolute crap of it, because we're going to be playing Mara. And Mara is something that will absolutely just be raking in the dough for years to come on us. Like, it really is, or for us. It really is, in my opinion, the best opportunity there is out there. Okay? And just off the top of my head, bearish divergence. Okay? You have your bearish divergence. It's just a thing. Okay? It's a thing. It's here. I'm not saying that it's going to play out, but hey, if the indices also have that bearish divergence, then who says that Mara's not going to be dropping while Bitcoin is dropping and while VIX is rocketing? The big picture point of view is pointing towards VIX rocketing and QQQ and SPY dropping. They got to cool off at some point. Okay, I'm not saying it has to be this absolute massive drop, but VIX is suggesting if this thing does get a full-on breakout, like when I say full-on breakout, when I say real breakout, I mean a meaningful breakout. Something like this. Not this movement and then you come back down. No, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about if we go over, I'll show you guys a meaningful breakout. Right here. You went down, you broke out, you came back and retested, and you literally rocketed. From the point where you came back and retested, like that is a massive, absolute massive move right there. We get something like that on the VIX. Yeah, I honestly do expect we are probably going to come down and revisit these lows, if not break these lows. Okay, I've been saying this for weeks, all right, and nothing has changed other than the fact that we have rallied off of this this FOMC meeting. That is literally what happened. So, I mean, yeah, we were wrong there, but there is still most likely a big leg coming down, and I should probably stop saying leg, because it doesn't have to be a leg down. Like in my mind, a leg down just means you're making a new low. You're making a new major low. When I say a push down, that just means something like this. It could be a push down. All right. It doesn't have to be a leg down where you come back down here, break 280, come back down here and break 270. It doesn't have to happen, but it's on the table. And if VIX is exploding, all right, last time it exploded here, June 9th, all the way to June 13th. Let's see what happened. June 9th to June 13th. You literally went down and made new lows on the indices. So if VIX decides to have some action like this, which it is queuing up for some action like this, then there you go. All right, you're going to see some boom, boom action here. You'll see some very red boom action there. All right, and I'm just going to go over it one more time. I know we already touched on this once. All right, the CCIs on SPY and QQQ, they're just going up. All right, they completely hinge themselves back up. There's no denying it. Bitcoin is not. All right, Bitcoin's literally doing something opposite to QQQ and SPY. It's not pushing today. Got a doji candle right on the bear flag. Okay, like that is right on the top. But yeah, you have your stochastics on all of them about to cross down. All right, in a bearish manner. All right, so like even though the CCI is busting, all right, the stochastic is suggesting that we are probably going to start cooling off, and the VIX, the stochastic, is also doing the same thing. The CCI and RSI are they're not hinging up like the other ones, like they're not hinging, but the stochastic, it's telling the same exact story. So I do believe we are going to start coming down on either Monday or Tuesday. I strongly believe this is going to be the case. There's only so much, like there really is so much room you could go up without cooling off. Look at these oscillators. They're off the charts right now. Like they are literally off the charts. And if we stop right here, okay, guys, if we stop right here and complete this bearish divergence on the stochastic of SPY on the daily chart, if we just stop and we start reversing on Monday, and this thing, the not stochastic, the CCI, and the CCI turns down, makes this peak here. All right, we have a confirmed like double top on the stochastic and a confirmed bearish divergence on the stochastic, or not stochastic, I keep saying that, the CCI. At the same time, we do have the bearish divergence already on the stochastic, but if we do have this, guys, this could be a signal that we're about to see a downward move. Just like back here, I was calling out this bullish divergence. I know you guys remember that one. I was calling out the bullish divergence here as we were going down here, right? The same as stochastic. Well, now, guys, we're doing the same exact thing, except up, okay? Except we're at the top of this channel here, at the top of this range. All right, so if this suggested that we were going to start moving up when everyone thought we were bearish, all right, and I've been predicting since down here that we're going to get a massive bull trap rally, all right, like this was all expected, and I said a lot of people are going to flip bullish right before they sell it off. I've been saying that as well. That is a bull trap. Well, now the stochastic, the CCI is doing the same thing that told me that we're about to see a bull trap occur. It's doing the same thing at the top of the trading range. Like, why is it not going to do the same exact thing as this? I mean, it doesn't have to, but hey, guys, okay, if the indicator ain't broke, don't fix it. This is what it's telling me, all right? We're like, we have a clear as day bearish divergence here. As long as it finishes and we just come down and this doesn't make the high over that, then yeah, guys, you have a confirmed bearish divergence on the SPY. At the same time, you have your bullish divergence on the VIX. You'll have a confirmed bullish divergence on the VIX if Monday is a green day on the VIX and a red day on the SPY. And boom, bop, bing, boop, pow, we'll be chilling, okay? We'll be chilling. All right, guys, go back and watch the VIX and US oil video. If you haven't already, that's going to update you on the new positions. Because I know this last entry, or these last entries, I should say, this last trade altogether was not all that. And the only reason I didn't get reamed is because of trade management. And if that wasn't in the equation, yeah, I would have just been completely fucked. And I would have probably stayed holding the whole way. It wouldn't have taken any profits, da-da-da-da-da. All right, I understand that was a terrible one. But if you want to learn what I'm doing, okay, if you want to know what I'm doing to pretty much make sure, like, not only is all that guaranteed pay for it with this VIX position, this dated VIX position that I consider very safe, all right, you want to know what I'm doing with that, all right, go check out the earlier video, all right, it's titled, what is it, VIX or US oil VIX update. Go watch that one. I dropped it a few hours ago. US oil is having its breakout, so we are playing Oxy and Husa for that to see exact contracts. Obviously, go back to the video. And yeah, we are also playing the VIX, all right, and we're buying off this trend line. Go back to that video to go see those contracts as well. All right, with that being said, everybody have a lovely weekend. We'll be back on Sunday, all right, with the weekly analysis. We did a little bit of the weekly analysis in today's video, but I think that it's good to always just continuously have this in the back of the mind. The big picture is a very important thing, okay? There's a reason we were able to play calls on that upside there, and there's a reason we are looking to play puts on this downside here. A lot of the crowd, well, I mean, no, not a lot of the crowd. The crowd is like saying the bear market's over. Everything's over. Everything's looking up. The Fed is rotated. Everything is good again, okay? Yet the oscillators are literally they're beyond overbought here, double topping with bearish divergence. At the same time, you have bullish divergence on the VIX. You have a falling wedge on the VIX. You're bouncing on the long-term uptrend of the VIX. Bitcoin has a bear flag going on, and you can't break out over it, unlike the indices. All right, and your oscillators are turning over here. All right, everything looks like you are going to be tanking on indices, and you're going to be rocketing on the VIX. All right. That's what the big picture tells us. That is why it's important. Okay, without the big picture, without utilizing these things all together, we would not have come up with that big picture point of view. Okay, we would not know what is about to happen. So, yeah, okay. All right, with that being said, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.